What's Gucci? YouTube. It's Marvelous Blunt, super in the building. Pat Brady, super in the building. You dig what I'm saying? And we are live and direct, man, for a special live review, a spoiler review at that. So we're gonna say that right now, off the break. I normally wait until it's like 40 minutes in, but we're gonna start off. We are here for Captain America: Brave New World, the review with Lex, Tori, and what's good? What's going on, y'all?
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey man, shout out to them, man. We definitely actually went to go see the movie on Saturday. So, Torian double backed on it. We definitely was very concerned because what I'm saying, he did double back on it and we like, man, he must have really liked it. And we actually ended up seeing why he really did and ended up liking, seeing the movie again, probably didn't mind seeing it again. But yeah, man, before we start, man, subscribe to Marvelous Blunts, man. Share this video when you see it, man. But let's get right into it, man. We go right into it. Captain America: Brave New World. Lex is going out the frame, but Torian, since you did a review on it, but you get
Yeah.
to see it with us again. Like, what are your thoughts after seeing it again? How you feeling about it all together?
Actually, I enjoyed it, pretty much the same as I did when I saw it the first time. I saw the first time I saw it by myself, mainly because I wanted to put a review out there as soon as possible. And then, seeing it with y'all on Saturday, that was just more leisure. That was just like a kickback thing. And it was way more people in there than I expected it to be. Like, it was
For sure.
packed. It was packed in there. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that many people, but the theater as a whole was packed that night. I mean, it was a lot of people. Like, the lines was crazy. But yeah, I had a good time watching it with y'all the second time around for me, and it was the first time for y'all.
Okay, no, that's what's up, man. Lex, how I mean, what I'm saying, how did you experience it? What I'm saying, it's been a little while. I think the last thing we all saw was Deadpool and Wolverine. So how did you feel about, this experience and, your time?
I went into it with low expectations. I said, okay, it can't be worse than my lowest expectation. So if it's good, great. If it's not, that's cool too. And even midway through the movie, I looked at Pap and I was like, this is a good movie. I'm
Yeah.
so happy I went to see it because it was definitely one of those movies that I was like, man, okay, I'll see it to just like keep up just to see it. But I'm so happy I saw it.
Okay, no, I mean, I definitely agree with both of y'all. I definitely had no expectations. I wasn't a fan of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that was already like it was kind of already in the back burner. Like, whatever, man, let's get to the Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. So when I went in there with no expectations and then was thoroughly shocked, what I'm saying, at the performance, not only just from like the story wise, but even the actors and what they was trying to do. You dig? I know they said there was a lot of reshoots. It probably is a lot of things that was missing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't care, but what I'm saying. But what I saw, the finished product was, very good. You feel what I'm saying? So just to kind of sum up of what happened with this Captain America, it is, yes, very different from all of the Captain Americas that we've seen. Obviously, it is a different Captain America. Now Sam Wilson, he is the real Cap now. So how did y'all feel about seeing him on screen? You know what I'm saying? Him being Captain America, like him actually, it's official now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one thing that I had said in my review, and I'll say it here, is that if you watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he was like kind of disrespected. Like, he couldn't even get a bank loan. Like, when
I
he was
was
trying to take out a bank loan, when he tried to take out a bank loan, they wouldn't even give him a bank loan. And in this one, you can tell that he's getting more respect because you got to think Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out I think like 3 years ago. Let me see. Let me try. I got it right. 4 years ago. That's crazy how fast time flies. Came out
Yeah,
4 years
4 years
ago.
ago.
So you got to think he's been capped for, if we doing it based on present timeline, for 4 years. So he's well into being capped. And I like that he's getting more respect now. They're calling him that, like you saw in the beginning of the movie when he was in the bar. When he was about to pay for the drinks, they said, no, this on us. Like, we'll cover it.
Yeah.
And they was calling him Cap. They wasn't calling him Falcon or nothing. Like, they didn't even call him by his real name. They were just calling him Cap and everything. So he was getting like respect put on his name from the people, because man, they was so disrespectful in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
He couldn't get along. That is
Right.
crazy though. Les.
What was the question?
You nigga, this is called just saying like, just how'd you feel as
Oh,
saying this was
yeah,
Captain America?
yeah. Okay. Um, At first, just based off of the show, I was not feeling it because the show sucked in my opinion. So I'm just like, all right, like they're forcing this, whatever. They could have just like let the whole Cap thing go, let Falcon just remain Falcon and just go on about it. But I'm really happy they did. Um because I think Bucky said it like when he was talking to, oh yeah, you already said this is a spoiler.
Yeah, go crazy. Yeah, go stupid
um,
crazy.
when Bucky was talking to Sam and saying like, yeah, like Cap, like that was cool for just like the whatever came with Cap, but you can actually like inspire people because you're regular. And I think I was like, wow, like that's like a real hero, like somebody who's really putting it all on the line and they're just a human. It's one thing when you have all these powers, all these strengths or a suit or whatever the case may be, but I'm like,
Yep.
wow, like no, he's really a hero.
Nah, facts. I definitely agree with that on understanding that, and definitely also both of y'all points that just like just him being really a hero. You know what I'm saying? Like especially in Falcon and Winter Soldier, like that just seeing how he was just he was getting even the government didn't respect him. You know what I'm saying? And so in this one, like everybody had a lot more respect for him. I really, really like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he was putting in just more work. I feel like he wasn't putting in a lot of work on the show. He was getting more physical. You feel what I'm saying? He was physically, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, what you said? Are you excited? Yes, we are excited for that. Side note, yes, we're gonna get to that. But I was really just shocked that he was really just putting in that so much work physically and through the air. You know what I'm saying? Like the aerial stuff was tight too. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, and he's really like, let's say he's normal. So he really has learned to use his shield. You know what I'm saying? That little kick move, the move where he makes it just like do the little barangadang thing, like where it just goes crazy. Like, and he's learning how to really just work with what he's got. You know what I'm saying? And they're not trying to boost him. Like he said, spoiler alert, he could have took the serum. You know what I'm saying? He could have took the super soldier serum, and he decided not to. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a great idea because it does make him more authentic. And also as well, he was killing it with the acting too. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually was a good Cap. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually seemed like he stood for something. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I did really like that. That's just one thing. So now the biggest thing that they pushed on this film was Red Hulk. Harrison Ford, he did play Thunderbolt Ross. I'm gonna be real with you. The Red Hulk scene was the topping on the cake. You know what I'm saying? That I already was waiting for. Let me see. Haven't seen it yet. What's up, y'all? Salute. Yes, please get off
Oh
because we are
yeah.
spoiling. We've been 8 minutes in of spoiling. I'm definitely about to go in, so please get off right now. When Red Hulk came in, I saw a lot of people say like he should have been through the whole movie. I don't think he
I'm
should
glad.
have.
I'm glad he wasn't. I'm glad he
I don't think
wasn't.
it should have been. I think it should have been directly where he was at. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a build up to showing how he really was like trying to fight with his patients and being unaware that he was popping gamma perks for the past 16 years. He's been on gamma 30s for the past 6 years. And this has turned him into a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when they were teetering, when he was on that scene, when they were on the when they went to finally go to the Celestial. We've reached that point. They mentioned the Celestial. When they were fighting against Japan, when he was on that boat, I'm like, dang, this might be it right here, man. He might just go ahead and just rip through everybody's boats. It's gonna be a full out war. But they didn't. But they put that pressure on there. And Harrison Ford, he did a good job of even acting like he was turning to the Hulk. I was like, okay. Harrison Ford getting his bag. So I really like the Red Hulk. What did y'all think of the Red Hulk? And
I
how he
agree with
was
you.
put into this.
I agree with you. Like leaving him in the pocket where he came out at the end was the perfect place to put him. Because one thing that I said in my review is that I'm glad that they let Anthony Mackie be the lead in this movie because they could have easily sidelined him and he could have became like how they did, dare I say, Blade Trinity.
Yes.
Where
Yes.
where Wesley got sidelined in his own movie. Like they messed up the trilogy when they did that one. But they let him be the lead. And if they had put Red Hulk throughout the movie, then everyone that would have been the main focus. So leaving him right there at the end, in my opinion, to have that little bit of screen time was effective for me.
I agree with that too. Yeah, like, and it kept a balance with the whole like power levels. Because imagine Anthony Mackie or Sam having to fight him the whole movie. Like that would not have worked. It
Yes,
just wouldn't have.
nah,
You
for
know, like
sure.
he barely made it out of the actual fight. Um,
Barely.
but I did enjoy seeing just like a Hulk, like an actual Hulk. Period. Like just an angry Hulk that's on a rampage. Like I just feel like I just really have not seen that
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
long time.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
tired
we've
of a
been
talking
deprived.
Hulk. I don't need a Hulk with opinions and solutions. I don't need any of that. Just
But
like
look,
Hulk
you said,
out.
not to cut you off, right?
Go ahead.
Because I was seeing reviewers that didn't like it. They were like, it was a Hulk movie with no Hulk. But I'm like, bro, y'all not gonna act like for the past 4 years y'all ain't been crying about not seeing Hulk anymore. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was tired of She-Hulk, Smart Hulk, like you said, Boy Hulk, Brother Hulk, all these Hulks that everybody didn't like. And now when we finally get one, they like, man, y'all left out Bruce Banner. We needed Bruce Banner in this story. Like you
No, we
said,
didn't.
we needed him.
What?
Now we needed Sam Wilson to lead this story completely. Take Bucky out. You feel me? Even the Falcon character, shout out to him. He didn't take up too much of the main role. He really was Falcon, just how I feel like kind of Sam was to Chris Evans. You know what I'm saying? To hit to Steve Rogers, like he played just enough. You feel what I'm saying? Like just to add on to the story. Because I really didn't want to see young. When they took him out at the end, like when that little scene with the missile, he went for the missile. I was like, yes, dumb mistake. Take him out the movie. Put this on Sam. And then, like I
Yeah.
said, if that was in DC for real, the Hulk really just that happened in DC for real, dog. I just
They said they got tired of tearing up New York, so let's go to DC and mess this stuff up.
That was a wild card for it to be in DC.
and it looked clean too. Hulk looked clean. Red Hulk looked clean. It looked actually
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's the first, and that's our first time seeing the Red Hulk, which people have been wanting to see for such a long time.
Very long time. I agree with Lex when you said just seeing any type of Hulk, like because like I said, we didn't see Hulk didn't told us no. We didn't actually see Hulk say no. We actually seen Hulk eating pancakes and taking selfies. That was
now what would have been dope for me, and this is something that somebody else has said, and after I looked at it again, I said I agree. Wouldn't it have been dope if the ex-widow would have put in a call to that base where Isaiah was at and said, release him, we need you, and had him come in and help Sam fight the Red Hulk. That right there, that would have been dope to have the current Cap and the forgotten Cap teaming up to fight the Red Hulk beside. And remember, Isaiah said he had a history with Thaddeus Ross. Like he didn't really like him.
Yeah, he did.
So
He did say that.
So that could have been his get back for him, and then we would have been able to see him fight because we never seen him fight. We know he's strong because we saw him hit that punching bag, and that thing flew across the gym. He hit it off the chain, and then pick up the other one and just swing it around like it was some nunchucks. So that I think I said that in my opinion, I felt like that was a missed opportunity right there that they could have had for them to have that right there. Probably would have taken the movie even to another level. But it is what it is. Hopefully we'll be able to see him throw hands eventually.
No,
I did.
I agree. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I did think that he was going to be a part of the final fight scene because I was like, how is Sam going to do this? How is he going to do this by himself? Like, I just really thought he was going to have some real additional help, but I guess it goes back to like keeping the story Sam focused. Like this is really his moment to prove that like he can do this. He's for real, and like prove it to himself too.
No, he definitely had a lot to prove with this one, but I definitely honestly I think that even with him, matter of fact, I meant to ask y'all this actually. What do y'all think about, because it was hinted in this movie that they want to put the Avengers back together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they're trying to do, or they're looking at. Do you think they are going to take the Young Avengers route, the Dark Avengers route, or really make a new group under Sam Wilson, under his cap?
Well, it sounds like to me they're setting him up to be the new leader of the Avengers, in which they're going to need, because Secret Wars is around the corner. So
Yeah,
they're gonna
next
have
year.
so they're gonna need that. They're gonna have to put something together. And I was just telling y'all when we was at the theater the other night, I said it's crazy to believe that we got 3 MCU movies coming out this year. This one, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, and Doomsday comes out next year. So like think of how fast approaching that is. Like we're about to go into the first part of the big lead up, the big fight and everything like that. Like how when it came to with Thanos, it was a 10-year build up to that. This one is like it seems like it's happening so fast.
And I mean, probably because they're just trying to end this multiverse saga. They're just trying to get out of this, man, and just go ahead and move the X-Men.
That's what they're trying to get to. They're trying to get out that multiverse saga.
They're literally like, we'll destroy it. You know what I'm saying?
They already nuked it.
We'll nuke it. We'll nuke it if we have to, because it's no way we can stand this saga anymore, because at this point, it is kind of used up. So you guys did say something about the Thunderbolts, and well, before we go any further, what was y'all rating? I know we're gonna give it for the YouTube. What was y'all rating on Captain America: Brave New World?
I gave it an 8.
I also gave it an 8. Solid 8 too.
We're 8. I'm 8.5. So we thought it was great all around. I definitely gave it a lighters up. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it is getting before we get to the next thing I was gonna say, it is getting a lot of people's opinions. They're having their opinions, but you know what I say? They dumb as shit. Their opinions dumb as shit. You know what I'm saying? I respect your opinion, but it's dumb as shit. I think it's a lot of nitpicking with this situation. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people already had a bias coming into it before the movie yet even came out.
And that's keep it real. And I was telling
before it came out.
Go ahead.
And by before it came out, I'm talking about the moment that Steve gave Sam the shield at the end of Endgame. This has been a bias for like the last 6 years.
Yeah, no, it was already
even though comics be damned, because Sam Wilson was Cap for a while in the comics. But these are the same people these are the same people that will cry about comic accuracy, nitpicking, and I have to realize I'm not on my channel.
No, go ahead, because I'm gonna get to it. After you're done, I'm gonna say my real thoughts. So go ahead.
We probably gonna have the same thought.
Yeah,
it's because he's black.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm sure y'all probably saw the comment that Anthony Mackie had made when he was asked, what does Captain America represent to you? And he had made that comment. He might have articulated it wrong. And then they try to say that, he's anti-American or something like that. I'm like, Chris Evans literally said the same exact thing years ago, and y'all didn't make a pee.
What did he say?
That I don't have the direct quote in front of me because it's a pretty lengthy quote, but he was on it was an Italian outlet when they were doing promo, so he wasn't even in the States when he made the comment. He was in Italy, and they asked him, what does like a Captain America represent for you, and he says I know one of the things he said, that Captain America doesn't represent America. I know that was one of the comments that he had made.
For something like that.
And then it's like, when you think about it, look at how Captain America was throughout the run. He probably was really pro-America the first movie, but then second to Winter Soldier and especially Civil War, he was against the government. I mean, because remember, like when they had them do them Sokovia Accords, he was against it, signing it. He was fighting. Him and Bucky teamed up to beat Iron Man, and then he went off the grid and wasn't Cap anymore. He became Nomad, grew a beard out, and had a whole black suit on, had a new shield and everything. Yeah, like he became very anti-government after that happened. He went off the land. I don't even think in Infinity War they probably did refer to him as Cap because that's how they know him, but he didn't refer to himself as that. He didn't even wear the Cap costume until Endgame when they had to bring everybody back. Yeah. And then when he went and returned all the stones, he gave Sam the shield.
He wanted out of that. Yeah.
And then you look at it with Sam at, bro, he actually playing by the government's rules. He's working with the president. Like the whole movie, he's trying to keep the piece of the world and still maintain like who he is. It was probably the show was probably way more black than the actual movie. You know what I'm saying? Like more like because he's black than the actual movie. You feel what I'm saying? So I
And that
agree
really only came, and that
he's
really only,
black.
and that really only came up when he met Isaiah. I think that's when that happened, and that's a whole backstory. As a matter of fact, I actually ordered the Truth issue, the red, white, and black, which is the issue on Isaiah Bradley. I had ordered it on Amazon, and it should be here probably the first week of March. And I can't wait to read it. They said that's like one of their best issues about a Captain America, quote unquote, that's ever written. So I can't wait to actually read that.
Wow.
So it's a lot more deeper, but like I definitely agree with Torian's first sentiment, just like he's black, bro. They don't want to see a black Captain America, bro. We get it, but we went when I was in there, y'all. I was proud. I was like, man, like it's really a black Cap, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying T.I. earlier. I said less something earlier. I was like, how they're promoting it is terrible. Like, he should not be at Daytona 500. He needs to be at the All-Star game throwing alley-oops. You feel what I'm saying? And it needs to be marketed to his people too. You feel what I'm saying? Like when Black Panther was out, I was telling her like they was like renting theaters out for like, young black organizations, you know what I'm saying? Like showing the movie for free, you know what I'm saying? Like they were doing that type stuff. But for this one, they're just like, man, we hope they just like the fact it's Captain America. They were saying it wasn't a real Captain America. This was Incredible Hulk 2. I'm like, bro, they just want to keep the story going, bro. That's all they want to do, bro. That's all they want to keep the story going. But you know how people are gonna be online, but they probably
and it's crazy because when you look at the quote that Anthony Mackie has said, and you look at the movie, it played out that pretty much the exact way that he made it in that quote. Because this is of course after the film was already shot. So he's speaking from his experience in that role, and that's why he said what he said. And even when he said he says that when Thunderbolt Ross says that he wants to rebuild the Avengers, he told Isaiah, he said that he wants me to rebuild the Avengers, but that means now I'm gonna have to work for him again. And you can tell he didn't want to work for him.
Yeah.
He didn't. From the very get-go. He was when they went into the Oval Office, I think it was that time when they were in the White House, he's like, yeah, let's start the Avengers. He was like, but what if we have a disagreement though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Don't worry about that. Nah, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? No, he already knew this was around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? He knew this was around the corner. No matter what, this is crazy. Harrison Ford is a nut, but I'm definitely excited to see, if they're saying it's the worst Cinemark score and things of that nature, but it definitely did its numbers. You know what I'm saying? For Captain America movies, for the franchise, I think like how they did for that weekend without any steroids. With the Civil War, I think Civil War was a steroid. I mean, they had everybody in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the Avengers movies, somewhat. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
Winter Soldier was great. I'm not gonna knock that movie. You feel what I'm saying? And the first one was cool. I thought the first one was cool, but
it was the first one.
Yeah, but this was a good entry to Captain America, and people just gonna have to get over it. Wow, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Because big lighters up for our new Cap, Sam Wilson. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to him.
I'm rooting for him.
Me too. I'm definitely rooting for him 1,000%. Speaking of, because now we're gonna get right to it with the MCU stuff. I'm gonna ask you this. I know you want to give your opinion on Brave New World. What you think of that joint? What's your opinions on your thoughts? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I enjoyed Brave New World. It was a good watch. Hulk Part 2 type vibes. But also, seeing him in his own light. I do, since they, at the end credit they was talking about Captain America will be back. I want them to really lean in the fact that this is a black Captain America. Like, I need that to be a story point based on the comics too. I was doing some research and that was like a major plot device was, bro, you're black. Like, you can't accept this. So I do think they need to touch on it and just fully go there. I mean, they kind of hint added with Isaiah Bradley. I'm glad they didn't shoot him because, bruh, I really felt like I know y'all not about to shoot this man. I know y'all not
Yeah,
about to shoot
that'd
this
have been
black man
crazy.
They couldn't
for
take it
sure.
there.
God.
Nah, but I really enjoyed the film. I don't understand why people hate it, especially based off like the Eternals. Like it's just like we've seen worse films. So
Facts,
what was
facts.
it? What was it about this movie that makes people not like it? I mean, certain things within the pacing is just like okay, I didn't really enjoy, it, but I enjoyed the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. So this felt like an extension of that. I love Bucky little appearance. I like that scene a lot. You know, I just like how in this movie the humor and the drama seemed well balanced. It didn't seem fake.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
Like you
Yeah.
actually, you actually laughed at the parts that were funny. Like it wasn't like they
yeah,
were trying to force. It was not. It's not like they were trying to force you to laugh, which I find some MCU movies do. Love and Thunder,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
and also one thing we forgot to mention is this: they finally mentioned adamantium. You know, when
yeah.
they were
That
talking
was
about
big.
because that's Celestial Island, that's what is on Tiamat. The Celestial is adamantium, which we all know is what's made to create what we know as Wolverine or even X-23 or Lady Deathstrike. So we know by them
So
mentioning that
I had a
shows
question
you that
about
the
that.
X-Men was that.
So do we the X-Men are in another universe though, right? Because we seen Beast.
Yeah,
What was that? The end of what Captain?
in the Marvels. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Marvels, yeah, at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
so I think that they're in another universe.
Okay,
okay.
all right. Because so do you, so are they going to this? Are they going to end up having? Are we going to have our own X-Men basically? Like we're gonna have our own 616 X-Men that's getting made
The,
like a Wolverine made like that's not Logan. Like it's a chance we can get a not Logan like a Hugh Jackman Logan. We can get like a new Logan.
In theory, I guess, yeah. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, as much as I want to see, I know that's
yeah,
another dead. He's another Wolverine. He's like another. I forgot what planet he is. Wolverine, but they
yeah. Well,
definitely can
basically,
use him.
basically, what I've like learned is like when it comes to stuff like Secret Wars, it's something called Battle World, and that's like a huge. It's like a huge, giant multiversal fight. Like you have these different universes coming together to fight this big giant war, and I think when it's over, people just kind of get scattered and thrown all over the place. So that's just based on what I have to do some more research on it, but I do know it is involving something called Battle World.
Okay.
So that's what they're that they're setting up for. Definitely. That's why at that post credit scene, he was saying that the others are coming. You said you're talking about protecting this world, but I know about the probabilities. I've seen it. There's some things coming that you're going to need help. It's no way that you can go around telling people you're Captain America, but Captain America, one person is not going to be able to fight what is about to happen.
Nah, 100%. This the comments right here. Shout out to everybody in the comments. You did. You got off early. Yes, I'm just not so Mac and Legion, man. Why? Tell us why. Thunder. Yes, we definitely agree. Love and Thunder was definitely ass. Oh, set up for the X-Men. Yeah, so yeah, definitely they about to bring the X-Men into the mix. The Wolverine actor, man. I mean, it's just they just picked the right characters, man, and just do what they did, like they just did for this movie, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make it simple and clean. Koontz made it some good points. He did say, like maybe the pacing was a little bit off, but
One thing I
like,
didn't like.
but I just know that it could have been way worse. You know what I'm saying? Like Shang-Chi. You know what I'm saying? It could have been way, way, way worse. You know what I'm saying? And or like like he said, the Marvels, like, bro, I literally could name like 9 more worse
Like I
movies.
said, Love and Thunder.
Yeah, like come on now. Like you can actually name, if you can name more than 4 or 5 movies that are worse than this.
Dark World.
Those are old
That's
too.
my
That's
number
old.
one.
Like,
Dark World.
It's
like,
a
come on,
terrible
bruh. You
movie.
guys, you got some joints that every joint was not a classic. Why?
Now, I would say one thing that one thing that I didn't like about the movie, and it goes back to the adamantium part, was when they were saying how adamantium was more stronger or more durable, whatever it is that he said, than vibranium. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, huh? Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure that adamantium is stronger than vibranium? I'm not too sure about that.
They definitely cut that down. They said, "Hey, Wakanda is no longer the strongest place.
They
We
writing Wakanda out.
They're trying to write Wakanda out low key. They try. I mean, but they said they still gonna make another Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I don't know who's gonna be the helm. Maybe Shuri may be
Right.
the helm.
Well, we know Denzel Washington is going to be in it. They say he's supposed to be a villain.
Mm.
Denzel Washington and Black Panther.
Goose is taking it back. He's taking it back. What villain will he be?
They had explained what villain. At first, they were saying that he was supposed to be Storm's father. Like that was something that was going around, but then something else came up where he's this other type of villain that's like in Wakanda, but his character is kind of like on the mystical side. Like he can do like
he looked like he'd be a mystical character, like with a fat ass head.
Like a mystical. Well, he doesn't have a fat head. He does have a crazy looking smile. Like when I saw the picture, his smile looks crazy. Like it's wild, almost like one of them wild Joker smiles. It's very intimidating, very creepy looking. But that's what they said that he's supposed to be doing. But Denzel said he's at the end of his career. He said he's ready to retire. So he's just doing like whatever movies right now, just because. But he said, like they said, he said that he's going to be in this third Black Panther movie.
Well, they can write him out today. You know what I'm saying? He can get written out today.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it like 100% like they've said that they're going to do like a new Wolverine? Like is that like
they're doing a whole X-Men? They're doing a whole you did.
All new people.
Yeah, but this is actually something I was telling to somebody else. I said when they bring in the X-Men, don't bring in Logan just yet, because the old X-Men movies were heavily leaning on Wolverine a lot, to the point where to the point where he became the focal point. I said don't bring him in just yet. Let's focus on other members of the team that don't get as much shine, and then not only that, please get a proper Storm. Please get a proper Storm, and make sure to make her. And I know this might be asking a lot, but I'm asking it anyway. Make her OP, because Storm is very OP.
Yeah, she is.
We all saw X-Men 97. She is strong, and I even want y'all to lean in on her claustrophobia. That's a huge part of her storyline. I want her to go crazy when she's locked in a very tight space, because she goes absolutely insane. Also, put some respect on Jubilee. I mean, I said out of all the female characters, I think she probably gets the least love.
Man, Marvel cranking up Wolverine Part 10 right now. They're like, get Wolverine Factory, get a new look. They're gonna get Logan to train the new Wolverine. That somehow the old Logan and him gonna see each other. They're gonna make sure of that.
And also don't do this when y'all bring in the X-Men. Do not do, at least for now, do not do a Phoenix saga, because we've seen what y'all do. We've seen what y'all do with the Phoenix, like with. It's a huge build up to that. Now, if you want to do something like do like what y'all did with Thanos and build up to that, because we all know that when Jean turns into Phoenix and eventually Dark Phoenix, she is a global threat. Mm-hmm. But you gotta be
that level in X-Men in the movie. She gets right here. They go no.
But yeah, that's why I said I always go back to when I looked at the animated series back in the 90s. I said that was like a 6-part series. It took them like 6 episodes to really do that whole storyline, and then even then they had to take a break and throw fillers in because they were still animating the remainder of those episodes. So I said that they need to definitely build up to that. Don't do what y'all was doing in the other X-Men movies. Work your way to that.
Man, I'm still trying to. They better just make something as good as X-Men '97. My boy Bo is out of the paint. You know what I'm saying? We saw a video of him the other day. He was going in on Marvel. So I'm like, man, I was like, dang. I'm like, man, I don't know what they're going to do for the second season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they want to do with this direction. John low key, like I said, all I'm going to say is this: get Anthony Mackie away from NASCAR and get him throwing alley oops. I need to see him throwing football passes for the UFL, XFL, anything he needs to do.
I
don't
didn't even know
care.
he was there. I didn't even know he was at the Daytona 500 until you said something.
It has a Captain America like Daytona jacket on. It just looks
That's
bad.
cheating. Just all 32 showing. Like,
And all I'm thinking is they sit in the crowd and they like, ladies and gentlemen, you're Captain America. Anthony Mack. They said so. First when they hear Captain, and then they hear America, and then all of a sudden they look up and they see Anthony Mackie right there. They said, "Oh no, oh no!" That's why they said that the ratings, it was more Caucasian people that saw this movie because they couldn't believe it. Some of them couldn't believe when to go see. They put this black man in an all black American suit helping the country. He was actually helping the country. How could you not love this movie? They even picked the op that they knew that maybe the whites would even support Japanese. They even picked the Japanese at the op. They're like, yeah, let's make it racy. It still didn't hit. They was like, nah, bro, he just not hitting. But I agree. If they should have had like
y'all
a
think
little
about that
story of Isaiah Bradley, and also you said about that guy Patriot. If they would have had something like that, maybe in it instead of maybe Falcon. I don't know, man. We just needed more, man. I don't know.
I do think they can expand on that black story, like the storyline about his race, because it could be a section of people that still feel like he caused that situation with Japan, and that could cause like this distrust with Captain America. Like they could lean into it if they good with their writing, but I don't know if they gonna go that route because they've been tiptoeing it for the longest. Like
that's why I was
the
surprised.
longest.
That's why I was surprised they went there when it came to Falcon and the Winter Soldier with that backstory. I'm like, oh, they actually went there with that. Like they went there, like they actually was leaning into some, Black American history, especially when they're talking about, the Tuskegee experiment and what happened with Isaiah and being experimented on for all those years. And also another person who falls in that type of category is Blue Marvel. If you look at his run, he for the longest he wore we all knew he was a superhero, but he wore a mask to cover his face, so the public didn't know what he looked like. But the day it got revealed, they turned on him. Like they didn't want him being working for them no more because they found out that he was a black guy. But he had these powers. But then something went wrong, and the usual suspects called him up and said, "We need you." But I'm like, you just told me that you didn't. The public didn't want me because they found out I was a black guy. So. Yeah, we're
not getting those storylines. You can just thanks for letting me look, Torian. We appreciate y'all on this channel. We appreciate all the information. I knew nothing about that, and we'll probably, if we see that, man, it might be like there's no more what if. So there's not even a chance you're gonna see a iteration of it. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of, and I'll add on to that, Blue Marvel was once in the comics, he was in a relationship with Monica Rambeau.
Oh shit!
Imagine two very superpowered beings being in a relationship together, and they both happen to be black.
Oh yeah, that's an automatic no. That's automatically not happening. But
I got a question though. What did y'all think about at the end when Sam used his one wing to shoot off that vibranium blast to blow Red Hawk all the way back? I thought that was kind of fire.
It was.
Nah, definitely everything dealing with the vibranium. Just the fact that they even brought that in, that little aspect, and to add it into a shield. I was like, all right, that's a nice little callback, little MCU, little callback. You know what I'm saying? And then they keeping it like Wakandan too, because the Wakandans were in the show too.
Yeah, they were the one that bought. They bought him that suit. They bought him that suit, or they gifted him that suit.
Yeah, so I think that they trying to keep it connected to things, and you know what I'm saying. I did like that, even though his whole chest should have exploded when he got punched that one time. It should have been a hole in his chest.
It was so crazy because I thought Red Hawk was going to crush Sam's head when he grabbed his head like that and started to squeeze. You saw the goggles crack. I think he was about to crush his head like a grape. But I thought it was funny too after he did the blast and he said, "Please tell me that shit took his ass out." Because he was like, if it didn't, I don't know what we gonna do.
Right, they were gonna die, but it'd be
Yeah,
nice if they.
that was my part. And when he was like Bucky full of shit, he was like, I should have took that serum.
Yeah.
I should have listened to him.
He definitely should have took the serum because I definitely 1,000% when it was offered to me, no question. They would have said, "Mr. Wilson, yes, yes, serum, yes. Give it. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself."
And Lex, would you take it?
Absolutely.
We're not playing fair. It's not Toya. We're not playing fair. Bro, do I have to drink it? Yeah, I said, what do y'all need me to do?
And just to let y'all know, I'm going straight villain. I'm not going to be a good guy.
You gotta watch her, bro. She gonna trick Shield and turn into a villain.
Like, and then you gotta think about that too. You gotta think about you just get in the super soldier serum for the first time, so you don't know how your body's like gonna react to it because where did all of this strength come from? It used to take me a lot of effort to do all of these things. Now I can do it in the snap of a finger. It's nothing.
Yeah,
and that's how you can tell, and that's how you can tell that Isaiah, he based on what I was looking up, because like I said, it was so many people that went through the super soldier serum thing and whatnot, but everyone their body rejected it, but he adapted to it, and then they basically made duplicates of, so basically the super soldier serum that Steve Rogers got was the one that Isaiah got, but what they did was they took the super soldier serum that he got and mixed in some of Isaiah Bradley's blood, and then gave it to Steve.
So he the Henrietta Lacks of Marvel. That's what you're
basically. Basically, he got a perfected version of the serum, because if they felt like if he got just a regular serum, he would have rejected it too, just like everybody else.
See, if Isaiah Bradley would have been like Les and just been a villain, it wouldn't be this story. You know what I'm saying?
And think about it too. When you looked at and I think it was the first Avengers movie when Nick Fury went to go get Steve Rogers and he was hitting the punching bags and he knocked the bag off the wall. Notice when he hit it, the bag came off, but it burst, but it didn't go very far. But when you saw Isaiah punch that bag, he punched that thing and it went flying. So Isaiah Bradley might very well be probably the strongest super soldier out of anyone who has taken that serum.
But even probably was the most scariest one, because he was definitely crying like a sucker ass nigga in there over there in jail. He was over there in jail. He was like, man, come on, Sam. He said, you told me you was gonna get me out. He said, then Sam was like, hitting him with just give me some more time, Isaiah. That, how Anthony Mackie to Isaiah, give me more time. He said, I'm gonna die in this motherfucker. He put his head, you saw his fade kept going in and out, like his little haircut. It was like they was beating him in there some days, and then sometimes he had a fresh fade. I'm so glad my boy Isaiah free. They got his suit back. Remember, he had his suit or whatever. He's like, yeah, I got married. He said, this suit. Patient Zero. Is this is that Resident Evil? Are we Resident Evil? He said, never mind. Well,
yeah, like I said, he was the one where the serum actually worked on him, where his body didn't reject it, and they just used his version of it and used it for everybody else that they gave it to. So Bucky probably got the same thing.
Bucky booted too. Shout out to everybody, all the viewers, everybody that's been.
Oh, also we forgot I forgot to ask y'all, what did y'all think of the ex-widow?
They gave her little 45-second fight scene. I liked it.
She actually did exactly what she needed to do.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, spy person.
She wanted to shoot her. She wanted to shoot a shot at Bucky.
What you think of Shorty?
I wasn't really impressed by her. I didn't hate her, but it just felt like they kind of just threw her in there.
Kun said she wasn't. Kun said she wasn't Yelena.
What else?
she just wasn't she ain't do it for me. I mean, I could tell she was significant based on that scene with Ross, and he was presenting. It was just like, okay, she's a factor, but who is this woman? So I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with her in the future,
Probably nothing.
but for this,
They probably gonna
yeah,
have
but
her
that
probably more attached to this storyline. I don't see them kind of like branching her out, like kind of like what they
Oh
did with
yeah.
Natasha. I don't see how they having her branch out like they did with Natasha and how she kind of adapted
Yeah,
with the other members of the
yeah.
group. I think they're gonna have her more attached to it. What would be dope though is now that she's an established like character through this movie, is seeing if her and Yelena cross paths. Like, did they know each other
mm,
in the Red Room?
That'd be a good little Easter egg that will be they'll bring in Doomsday when there's another portal time when Doctor Strange is putting 100 portals at one time. She'll come
Now,
out through one of those portals.
now I gotta ask. Well, since Lex is the only woman on the panel, I gotta ask her this: do you think you would be able to go through the Red Room?
No, I don't got no fight in me.
they're
I'm soft.
gonna